In addition to revealing the most recent chapter in the Yellowstone timeline, which occurs over a century before the incidents from the original television drama, 1923 has also featured a number of graphic sequences. It has reminded us that Duttons had to suffer a lot before reaching the current 2023 events. Their ancestors fought their worst enemies to acquire and maintain the large ranches. It is true that in a small amount of time, 1923 Season 1 had become our constant favorite. We want to see more of it, and we want producers to extend for the second season. If you also have these questions, keep watching the video till the end. Hey, before we do this together, subscribe and press the bell icon. Will there be a Season 2 of 1923? The Yellowstone movie world is still growing according to Taylor Sheridan. What started as a single show chronicling the dramas of the contemporary Dutton family on their Montana ranch has since spawned numerous spin-offs, including Season 2 of the prequel series 1923 starring Helen Mirren and Harrison Ford, which follows a previous generation of Duttons as they establish their roots in the America West. 1923, which examines the early 20th century when epidemics, unprecedented drought, and the end of prohibition all affect the Mountain West, and the Duttons, who those call it home, will return for another part. Paramount Plus said ahead of the last 3 installments in Season 1. A release date has not yet been made public. It's uncertain when Sheridan's timetable will free him to be working on the Duttons of 1923's upcoming episodes, considering the number of projects he presently has on the go, which vary from Netflix originals like Mayor of Kingstown, Tulsa King, and Lioness, to certain other Yellowstone-related programs like 4/6s. It looks like Harrison Ford has declared his intention to return. Ford discussed his production schedule in February interview with The Hollywood Reporter. He seems to affirm that he and his character Jacob will return for Season 2, which is sure to thrill fans. Ford noted in reference to both his work on 1923 and the Apple TV Plus series Shrinking, then appeared in 1923 followed suit incredibly rapidly. With both of them, I accepted the position on the assumption that the project creators would provide me with a strong script. 1923 was a lot more work than I'd anticipated, but I wholeheartedly believe it was worth it. I'm eager to work on both for another season. Ford's comeback hasn't been formally confirmed, but his statement provides the first indication of who we might expect to see during the show's upcoming episode. Together with Ford and Mirren, other actors who appeared in Season 1 were Brandon Sklenar, Darren Mann, Michelle Randolph, James Badge Dale, Marley Shelton, Brian Garagti, Amina Neves, Jerome Flynn, and Julia Schleffer. There is a good chance that a few of those performers will reappear for an upcoming season, although nothing's been announced just yet, and considering that this season has already witnessed the death of a number of characters, there is much more room for conjecture. The Yellowstone prequel series. Will there be more? 2 other shows for the Yellowstone world are currently being discussed by the show's creator. The 1940s would be the setting for one show and the 60s for the other. Each series centered on the Duttons' interactions with historical events as they managed their ranch. Another project Sheridan is working on is the 4/6s spin-off series of Yellowstone. The 4/6s ranch is a storied cattle ranch in Texas, and the characters in 4/6s will be cowboys. Another project Sheridan is working on is the 4/6s spin-off of Yellowstone. What are we gonna see in Season 2? After a horrible attack by enraged sheep hoarders that left John deceased and pushed Emma to commit suicide, the Dutton family has already lost John Sr. and his wife Emma. In addition to being engaged and his fiancée Liz being pregnant, their son Jack is also determined to exact revenge on his parents' murders. After being shot numerous times, the farm patriarch Jacob is clinging to life by a thread, and his wife is doing her best to keep everything together while affluent developers approach on the property. A fight for the ages is anticipated as Tiana escapes her cruel government private school and escapes. We'll be seeing multiple storylines connecting in the upcoming season. It would be worthwhile to see the connection between the Tiana rainwater and the Duttons. The establishment of the ranch in a proper way would also be more worthwhile to watch, so we expect a lot of new angles and new perspectives of the Duttons' ancestors in the next season. The life of Spencer Dutton is going to be exemplary, so 1923 Season 2 would be a lot more exciting to watch and witness. Who are we going to see in Season 2? The Season 2 cast isn't too tough to anticipate since we'll see familiar faces return, with the exception of new cast members that haven't been revealed and some unfortunate members that didn't make it to the end of Season 1, like Sister Mary. Following are the Season 2 cast members who've been rumored. Jacob Dutton, played by Harrison Ford, Cara Dutton, Helen Mirren, Spencer Dutton, played by Brandon Sklenar, Alexandra, played by Julia Schleffer, Banner Cretan, played by Jerome Flynn, Jack Dutton, played by Darren Mann, Zane Davis, played by Brian Garagti, Tiana Rainwater, played by Mina Neves, the Liz Stratford of Michelle Randolph, Donald Whitfield is played by Timothy Dalton. To stay updated, subscribe and press the bell icon. Also like and share our videos.